Appreciate everybody coming out today. I am a baseball instructor, and I've been instructing, coaching this game for about 20 years. I played collegiate ball, and then I've been coaching Little League for years like that. I've got a club baseball team called the Alliance Underdogs in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that we play, and then I also coach the Northwest High School's fall and short winter season baseball program. But today I have this little clinic set up here, and you guys are here. I appreciate that, to talk about hitting. And so, what I'd like to do is start out by tossing this baseball around. When the ball gets to you, just tell me your name, tell me your favorite baseball player, if you have one, and then tell me if you like turkey or ham for Thanksgiving. I think we'll start right here.
Oh gosh. My name's Jenna Claire. I don't watch baseball and I like turkey.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. That's everybody.
My name's Ralph. I go by Patrick. And my favorite player is Mike Trout.
Turkey or ham?
Oh, turkey.
All right.
I'm Laurie. I like Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols.
Pujols. And I like turkey.
My name is Ava. Mark McGuire would be my favorite player.
All right.
I like turkey and ham.
All right, good. Good deal. And she's actually met Mark McGuire when she was in Florida. He was at spring training. This is actually a Major League Baseball from spring training. Patrick is my son, so he and I went down there this past spring. And how many balls did you get, Patrick?
I'm 14.
He came back with 14 balls, so we're going to use these today. But give a live ball on that. Maybe a little souvenir for him. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to talk about a few fundamentals of hitting, and so I'm going to use just an example. So Ted Williams, one of the greatest hitters of all time, he said that the most difficult thing in sports, of any sport, is hitting a baseball, and the reason is you're trying to you got a round ball, and you've got a round bat, and this ball moving up to 100 miles an hour, with rotations on it, going inside, outside, up, down, and so hitting a baseball, there is a skill to it. And I want to show you some techniques today that will help build a good, solid base of fundamentals. These are the same tools that if you're 6 years old, I would teach you, and if you are 46 years old, I'd teach you. So these are all the same things that the big leaguers do. And I'll tell you this, the big leaguers, they hit off tees just like you see here. These guys hit off tees literally every day down in the bowels of the stadium. They've got cages set up. And they'll go in and hit 50 to 100 balls even before every game. So they're just trying to fine tune their swing, making sure that their balance is intact and good rotation, just working on those small fundamentals, and it does make a big difference. So I want to share one funny story with you. I'm fortunate enough that I've got friends that still play in the major leagues or coach at the major league level, and one of my good friends, he was asked what his favorite moment was when he came out with some of our young men to do some instructing with him. And it was when he played with the Boston Red Sox, and Ted Williams actually was at that game. He was in the dugout. And after his particular at-bat, he hit a hard line drive or a one-hop shot to the third baseman, who made a fantastic play and then threw him out across the field. When he got back to the dugout, he heard a whistle when he was putting his helmet and his bat up into the cages, and he looked down. It was Ted Williams, so he looks at Mr. Williams, signals him down there. Mr. Williams said, "Son, look out on the field and tell me how many players are on the infield." He said, "Well, there's one, there's two, see shortstop, third, there's four." And he said, "Well, five, including the pitcher." He said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "So how many players are in the outfield?" And he said, "Well, left field, one, center, right, three." He said, "That's right." He said, "So which area is bigger? Is the infield bigger or is the outfield bigger?" And he said, "Well, the outfield's bigger." And he said, "Right, son." He said, "So why don't we try hitting the ball to the area that's bigger with less amount of people?" So pretty good advice from one of the greatest hitters of all time. So let me right now bring Patrick up here, and we're going to go through a few things. Patrick, come up here. Grab this bat. So
Very happy to be with you today.
Okay, we'll get your commentating there later, buddy. So a couple things I want to go through. Let's talk about a few key things. So the first thing I want to go through is the grip, and then also the stance, and then we'll talk about rotation of the lower body, and then just extend it through the baseball. So first of all, with the grip, we want to make sure that we hold the bat in the fingertips of our hands. We don't want to choke it away in the palm of our hands. So Patrick, go open your hands up here, lay it like that. So just lay it right across the fingers of your hands, right in there. You got it? Looks good. All right, and squeezing down on it. Okay, good. And so, and then another key that I like to talk about is actually, if you can imagine wringing out a wet washcloth, because you don't want to wrap your hands around the bat this way. You want your hands to be free, where your hands can work together, and you can get the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone. So Patrick, wring that wash rag out. Go ahead and wring it out as far as you can. Now bring it all the way back as far as you can. All the way back. Okay. There you go. So now you're back, and see what you're going to end up with. And he didn't really bring it back like you should. Right here. What you'll end up with is something to the extent to where your door knocking knuckles will be. They don't have to be exactly lined up, but they're going to be somewhere close to that. And that's where you want to be. So you want to hold pretty tight with that bottom hand, those bottom 3 fingers. All right, and so we got the good grip on the bat. Let's get our body square to the plate. So let's talk about Patrick's feet a little bit. If we can get a shot down here. His feet are open a little bit. Let's get his toes square to the plate. This one's still a little bit open. Let's go ahead and get him square to the plate. There you go. Looks good there. And let's get our feet about just a little bit farther than shoulder width apart right there. That looks pretty good right there. And go ahead and Patrick, get down in just a little bit of an athletic stance for me. All right, and then I'm looking at your hands here. So we want our hands to be just about even with our back shoulders. So Patrick's in pretty good shape right here, over there. And then let's do this. Let's get this barrel up just a little bit. So he's got his hands about even with his shoulder, and then the top hand about even with that chin. So he's in a pretty good position right there. And so what we're going to work on, Patrick's going to, right now, you can relax a little bit right here, buddy. What he wants to do at this point is we're working off the tee. We want to make sure he has a good stance, good balance. And then when the pitcher makes his break, when I say break, when that pitcher takes that ball out of his glove, where he's going to deliver the ball at home plate, at that point when he breaks, that's when that's when Patrick's going to make his move. And what you're going to see is that back knee really engage, and so his hands and his back knee move at the same time, and he's taking the knob of that bat towards the baseball. And here's the ball here, but he's visioning that ball on this path right here. He'll bring that knob of the ball and that knee in, and then what we want to do when you see contact